And that's just the beginning.
Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who video. Today I'm going to be going shot by shot and breaking down our trailer for The Legend of Ruby Sunday. This is part one of our fantastic two-part finale brought to us by the Mr. Russell T Davies. There's a lot of speculation going on here, a lot of theories, and I think in this trailer we have reasonable evidence to assume that a certain god from classic Doctor Who is going to return. But stay tuned for that. I'm also going to have a review of Rogue up on the channel, so go and check that out after this video. And another video where I break down my entire theory for this finale. So yeah, turn on the notification bell and subscribe if you aren't already. I guess you can't subscribe. You can subscribe if you aren't already. Okay, so shot one is Susan Twist from the Space Babies. A lot of this is just sort of quick reused footage. Then we've got her in Boom. I don't know why we skipped her appearance in The Devil's Cord, but oh well, I'm sure it's just for the sake of time in the trailer, the most recognisable character she's played. Then we have her as Penny Pepperbean in Dot and Bubble, last week's one. What's interesting about this character, all of the others you could kind of assume Susan Triad doesn't, like, she could be playing a character like Miss Merridew in Wild Blue Yonder. She could be in fancy dress pretending to be there. But Penny Pepperbean has an established life. Like, this character is the mother. She has a daughter, Lindsay Pepperbean. Like, she's an established person. This isn't just cosplay. This isn't dress up. This is an entire person with a life. Then we move into this week's cameo. She's just a portrait in Rogue, and this is another, like, a person. She has a life. She is, I think, the Duchess's husband's mum, or something along those lines. Maybe the Duchess's mum. Whoever she is, she was in the story and then passed away. A line said by Susan Triad in this trailer is possibly going to give us some hints, so we'll get to that in a second. Here we go. Susan Triad says, "Every dream I have, I'm there." So are all of these identities just dreams in her head, or is she talking about something else? Behind her, we see the T for Triad Technology's logo, then the words Triad Technology. She seems to just be a sort of businesswoman here, which is really throwing me off. I've assumed for all of these weeks that she's some sort of meddling monk type character or villain who knows what's going on. Unless this line is a deliberate misdirect from the trailer and this is her playing another character, it does kind of suggest that Susan Triad doesn't actually have a clue what's going on. She's being used by someone or something, scattered throughout time. Now, it's worth not forgetting her initials, which we saw in one of the early trailers. It's S Triad, which is an anagram of TARDIS, like that's shown to us on screen. So is that a little Easter egg? Is that a little clue? TARDIS, she's displaced through time. Is she a human embodiment of the TARDIS? Obviously, there's loads of theories about Mrs. Flood and her being two parts of a split TARDIS from the giggle, because obviously Mrs. Flood has broken the fourth wall, looked down the barrel of the camera and said, "Never seen a TARDIS before." But I don't know, there's something weird going on with the TARDIS here, so let me know your theories on what's going on with the TARDIS in the comments down below. But yeah, she seems to just be a businesswoman who is as much a confused victim to this whole scenario as the Doctor and Ruby. Then this is the really interesting part. Can I slow this down? Yes, I think I can. Let's try and go shot by shot on this moment. What's going on here? I'm trying to line it up exactly. Demon creature thing. Let's get it exact. Is that, when it's all blurred, is it kind of suggesting like a Sutek mask? Sutek, I think you know what I'm getting at here. In the background of this shot as well, you can just about make out pyramids, which obviously Sutek is a god, the pyramids of Mars. He was trapped in a pyramid, he had a pyramid on Earth, he had robotic mummies. I mean, she kind of looks a bit robotic, especially like this shot here. Like, she almost looks like the Borg from Star Trek. Like, there's something very confusing. Like, I really don't know. Is that maybe a hint at the robot mummies from Pyramids of Mars or something along those lines? I mean, the Doctor or Ruby is saying she doesn't know why, but she remembered them. Like, she's remembering all of these events, but she doesn't know why. I'm really intrigued about this mystery. She looks like a robot there. But the other version, she looks like Satan or some sort of devil. I mean, to be honest, with the horns, she kind of resembles Darth Maul from Star Wars, but I don't think Darth Maul is going to show up in Doctor Who. I mean, I know Disney have the rights, kind of, but no. So yeah, we get that, which is our main interesting thing. We have the Doctor here in what I presume to be like Triad headquarters, probably while Susan's giving her speech, and he's just had a big reveal. This is probably going to be one of the moments where the Doctor clocks on to what the villain or what the evil of the episode is. I reckon if we're talking a rough format and rough pacing of this episode, it's going to start with the Doctor and Ruby arriving in unit. They go to Kate Stewart and they say, look, we've got this problem, can you help us figure out why Ruby keeps making it snow, or something along those lines. Then they consult unit scientific advisor Lenny Rush, or I think his character's called Morris, I can't remember the surname. They consult him and Kate. Maybe we have a couple of classic Who references in there, maybe something from the Third Doctor's era, which Russell has said there's something from the Third Doctor's era happening in Unit HQ, so I don't know what that could be. Then I think Ruby's going to travel back in time, and the Doctor's going to go to Triad HQ. The Doctor's going to get a grand reveal, while Ruby's back at the church on Ruby Road, starting to mess up time or something. Then the cliffhanger of this episode is going to be the TARDIS being taken over, something like that, because Triad Technology, TARDIS, anagram, all of that, something's going wrong with the TARDIS, and then I think we'll get the grand reveal of a villain like Sutekh. But maybe this trailer is deliberately meant to throw people off. As I say, there were pyramids in that shot, so I don't know. I'm so baffled. But yeah, we've got big reveal shot here from the Doctor, and then we've got Mel. What's that on stage? Like, is that Susan glowing? Something's going wrong there. I presume the Doctor's down on the floor, but Mel's shouting, Doctor, there's something wrong. You've got the Triad logo. This is probably moments before that shocked reveal face of the Doctor. That glowing white figure, I'm baffled. Is it Susan Triad? Or I was thinking maybe it's like an Egyptian mummy from the Pyramids of Mars, like a robot mummy that Sutekh's created or something like that. Also, it's worth noting Susan Triad Technology, Sutekh, is there a connection there? Maybe that's just grasping at straws, but yeah, something's going on weird there. I don't know. Part of me's thinking Cybermen, but it's not going to be Cybermen, is it? What relevance do Cybermen have here? This season has been setting up gods and a godlike being, and obviously that version of Susan Twist looks very devilish. There's something godlike going on here. Then we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Lenny Rush. I wonder whether we're going to get a 11th Doctor reference with the bow tie. He's kind of giving sort of Osgood vibes, unit scientific advisor. Maybe we'll get a name drop. I think in that shot he's in like the basement of unit. Then here we have Ruby looking incredibly concerned, and I think it's starting to snow around her. How does all of this tie together? I am absolutely clueless. Like Susan Triad, maybe she's Ruby's mum or something. Watch my breakdown video of my theory for this episode, because I'm going to solidify that later. But yeah, stick on the channel for that. Then we have Kate and Colonel Ibrahim and Rose in the background, all prepping for whatever it is, because here it comes. Is that an empire, or is that one thing? Maybe Daleks? I mean, it would be weird to have a season of Doctor Who, especially like a new one that's supposed to bring in new audiences and not involve the Daleks. But how does that all tie in? I really don't know. But that does it for this little teaser trailer breakdown video. If you want more in-depth theories on this finale, because I think I've got a rough idea, I'm going to need to put all the pieces together before I make that video, but I think I have a rough idea. Make sure you're subscribed, please like and share the video, you know the usual. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
twist of the